What up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War.
Today we have your weekly preview for the week of May 9th, 2022. So let's get started with the weekly event, Speak with the Dead. We'll do the Soulforge, we'll do the world event, team and scoring, all that good stuff, so let's go. Soulforge, let's do the mythics, see if there's anything worth crafting. Consort of Darkness, Kalika, Queltzama, and Amnesia. Amnesia is probably the worst. Queltzama's like above average. Kalika is kind of average. Consort of Darkness kind of average. So pretty big pass for the mythics this week. Queltzama's probably the best one, but it's not great. 26, well, I don't even want to read it. Deal scatter damage boosted by a chosen gem color, then create 10 yellow gems and remove all gems of that color. So you could get looping. It does have a light storm at the start of battle. It is, it's a Strix. It's a divine Strix, so it could have a mana start like with divine. Not the greatest though. Sword of Darkness might be the next one, but he's not great either. 36% chance to slay an enemy. If the enemy dies, create 12 skulls, otherwise eliminate 10 from all their skills. Kind of like a budget Zul'Goth that's not really worth crafting. Kalika, deal damage to 4 random enemies, boosted by elemental stars. Nothing great, it's like super duper average. And then Amnesia is just not good at all. It explodes all gems of a chosen color, summon an Infernal King. There's like legendaries that can do that kind of stuff. Let's look at the legendaries. Moloch, the Great Maul, Queen Titania, probably the best thing in here, and Starflower. I don't use Starflower at all. Queen Titania, I use all the time though. She's one of the best legendaries in the game. Definitely a top 10 legendary. Should you craft it? I don't know. Do you have Yao Gui? If you have Yao Gui, it probably moves up there. If you don't have Yao Gui, maybe you would get it preparing to get Yao Gui, but usually, almost all the time she goes with Yao Gui. But there are certain restrictions where you can use her and she's still pretty good by herself. So a top 10 legendary, it's a very borderline one, I would say. It's only 800 diamonds, but she's the best. Out of the troops that are available in the Soulforge, she's the best one. It deals damage to all enemies boosted by red enemies and allies. If there are 13 or more red gems, gain an extra turn. So you use a Firestorm class, you make you do an explosion with like a leprechaun or something, and then all these red fall, and then she gets an extra turn. It does good damage. Great Maul would probably be second. It's a budget High King Iron Gut pretty much. It devours an enemy, creates 8 yellow and 8 brown gems, one cast only. So if you go to like a very high level area and you devour something with huge stats, all of a sudden you have a giant tank with lots of attack. You can only do it once, but you can usually get through some stuff doing that. Moloch drains all mana from an enemy, deal true damage boosted by mana drained. And then Starflower, deal damage to all enemies boosted by ally and enemy Fae. Summon a random Fae. There's a 20% chance to transform a random enemy to a pixie. So yeah, Queen Titania is the best thing in here, followed by the Great Maul, who is probably like a top 20 legendary. But Queen Titania is definitely a top 10 legendary. Weapons. We have Moonblade. Lupine's Edge is good with like persistence and stuff like that. It's a notable weapon that you might want to consider crafting since it's only 300 diamonds and it's usable. Wolfhammer, 6 green and blue for Magrim Woods. Doomed Glaive, the best doomed weapon in the game, so this is the thing you can't leave this week without, okay? Doomed Glaive and Queen Titania are the two things that you probably... Doomed Glaive you definitely shouldn't leave this week without. Queen Titania, it's like a 90%. So, then Lupine's Edge. Hope's Crescent is okay. And, wow, there's a couple things here I don't have. I better keep that in mind, but I'm going to do the events first. So yeah, the story of the Soulforge is Doomed Glaive. Can't leave this week without it if you don't have it. Queen Titania, very highly recommended legendary. That's pretty borderline as far as whether you would craft it or not. It's like the 7th best legendary or something like that maybe. So it's really good, and if you can, craft it. But if you can't, it's not the end of the world, especially if you don't have Yao Gui. Then Lupine's Edge would follow after that. and just be like a weapon that's only 300 diamonds that if you can, you might as well grab because it's useful occasionally. Alright, let's look at this world event, Ancestral Revenge. The Sparkinator had been here. In fact, it had crushed a Wargare chieftain in his sleep. His spirit met us at the borders of the wood and offered its help. Defeat creatures in the woods and collect clues as you track the mech. We have a spell damage medal. The order of operation here is Wolf Garrick is worth the most. It's a mythic. Then Forest Guardian, which is a legendary. Then Kerberos, which is also a legendary, but you just do alphabetical order between the two legendaries. After that, it's something, and then Barbarous, and then Moonsinger. What's the one that's before Barbarous? I don't know. I can't remember. We'll probably see it here in a second. I did the scoring. There's a whole video on it, so you can check out the scoring video if you need more information. But I'm sure we'll see here in a second what the other enemy is. I'm gonna buy up till I get a medal just for video purposes, so I can show a team. We got a badge. Now we have a medal, the Medal of Night. Alright, let's go see what's up here. Barbarous is definitely the pick here. Base rarity, let's see what we're working with. This will just be my first initial team, my first thought team. Tomorrow we have Teams Tuesday, where I have more time to think about it, and I also do a no team, a no mythic, no legendary, no Dawnbringer team for people that don't have mythics and legendaries and stuff. A Tear and Scroll, this is like skull damage. You don't want to use that. Nope. Nope. Maybe, but probably not. Forest Guardian is a 50% start for beasts, so we'll keep that in mind. A lot of beasts in Magrim Woods. Might just throw it over there for now. Judges of the Dead does damage to all enemies, boosted by souls. We'll keep him in mind. Maybe throw him over there for now. Krampus. Moon, Barbarous. Ranass. Fenrir. We don't have a lot of good options this week. At least I'm not seeing any, like, straight off the top. Ranger would be good for, like, a low-level person, maybe. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Judge of the Dead is not a beast, but he's like the only thing hitting all enemies. You could go with the Doomed Glaive, since it hits all enemies. Let's look at our weapons then. Okay, Doomed Glaive hits all enemies. We could do that and Forest Guardian. Purple gems to skulls and transform brown gems to green. That kind of sucks because we want the brown for our Doomed Glaive. I might just make a team. Let's go, let's do this. Oops. We could do, like... See, Phylactery's not available, so we can't make more souls. Do we have any troops that do, like, make more souls or something? I'm gonna come back to y'all in a second. I'm gonna make this team. Alright, y'all, here's the team I came up with. I didn't want to make y'all sit through that. I got Doomed Glaive, Cranass, Cockatrice, and Judge of the Dead. So we have two troops that are doing damage to all enemies. Here's the team code, by the way, if you want to copy it down. Doomed Glaive is doing damage to all enemies, right? Cranass is going to explode purple based on souls or something like that. Cockatrice is going to drain mana, make brown for the Doomed Glaive, right, to change to skulls. Judge of the Dead is going to do damage to all enemies based on how many souls we got, which hopefully Cranass gives us a couple souls. Did Titan class for the Brown Storm, for the Doomed Glaive to turn to skulls, for the Cockatrice, for the Cranass, for the Judge of the Dead, for everybody on the team pretty much. And then a double brown, green, minus red, because we aren't using red. We're using 3 brown troops. That's why. So here is the team code, and yeah, like I said, I gotta make sure I got everything leveled up here. Doomed Glaive converts brown gems to doom skulls, right? It does damage to all enemies, so it's going to wipe the whole other team for quite a while with the spell damage medal, just from its 54 damage to all enemies part. But later on, when we get deeper, this gains 50% bonus souls from battle, so that'll help the Judge of the Dead, right? It gains 1 soul for each purple gem, then explodes all purple gems, so it's kind of a mana generator that's going to be gaining souls for the Judge of the Dead, right? Cockatrice is going to entangle an enemy and drain all mana from them and create 6 brown gems boosted by mana drain. So we're going to make a bunch of brown, hopefully, and drain an enemy. And then Judge of the Dead is going to help hitting all enemies with the AoE. And hopefully we're gaining souls and stuff from like the Crayon Ass to help that do more damage. I don't think we're going to need like a ton of damage to do our part and get through this and stuff like that, which I need to bring up on my screen and tell y'all about that part. But yeah, let's go to battle. Let's equip a Medal of Night, and probably, should we do an Anu? Early on, I think Anu, and later on, maybe another. Well, we'll have more of the other medals, so let's show this team real quick, and then I'll tell you, like, what tier you need to do your part, and how many points you need to get, and stuff like that. Okay, so normally, we're probably just going to do this for quite a while and win. Just the Doomed Glaive, which is available in the Soulforge right now. Is this a no team almost? Let's see. Cranass is an epic. Cockatrice is a rare. And Judge of the Dead, oh, there's our legendary. Okay, well, we just won't use Judge of the Dead next time. We'll use like Ranger or something. Or whatever it's called. We'll try to bring up gemsofwar.com while we do this, but not make it too long here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do this. It's a decent explosion. And then we'll do this on this, I guess. And then we could do this. So you could go one of two ways. You could get up your Doom Glaive, cast that, or you could get up your Judge of the Dead and do that. Only took like 3 turns there, nothing too crazy. I'm just gonna keep going with the lowest level. That's usually the way to go. We'll do like 1 or 2 more battles here. Trying to make this video a little shorter than usual, which usually doesn't happen when I say that, but okay. So we're gonna do this, and that gets up that. Get out of here. So I think this should work pretty good. There really isn't that many troops, like the restriction, unless the Glory Shop troop does something like, you know, I always forget about the Glory Shop troop. I forget what it does, but there's not very many troops that hit all enemies. So you're at the Doom Glaive hits all enemies, and the Judge of the Dead hits all enemies. Everything else, they don't really do that. You know what I mean? So usually when you have a spell damage medal, you're gonna want to do that. Hit all enemies, because it'll be easier. Alright, let's do this last battle, then I'll read you the stuff from Hawks on the forum. I guess we'll take Brown. Get up the Crayon Ass, cast the Crayon Ass, which gets up the Judge of the Dead. Bang. Alright, Ancestral Revenge World Event medals. Spell damage boost is the medal. Restriction is Magrim Woods, weapons Magrim Woods. Scoring, Crushed Plants are worth 3 points. Unearthed Rock is worth 10 points. The battles, Wolf Garrick is worth the most, 30 points. Then Forest Guardian, which is worth 20 points. Then Kaburos, which is worth 13 points. Then Barbarous and Fenrir are worth the same amount. It's Fenrir was the one I couldn't think of earlier. 9 points. Moonsinger's worth the least, which is 6 points. Above order and lowest level is best. Total points required, 30,000 points. Total points required per member to close, 1,000 points. Average tier buy-in per member to close all rewards is tier 3, 79 battles. So we got 3 or 4 of those done, and I think this team's going to work just fine. So I'd pick the lowest level here. We got Doomed Glaive, Crayon Ass, Cockatrice, Judge of the Dead. Titan class, double brown, green, minus red. Alright, so that's the world event scoring and team and the Soulforge. Queen Titania and Doomed Glaive with a little bit of Lupine's Edge on it. World event team, Judge of the Dead, or Doomed Glaive. Okay, so let's go check out the everything for, you know, we're wrapping back around type stuff. Speak with the Dead, new epic troop, Ancestor Brodier. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Community Week, we're celebrating you, the Gems of War community, for the next week. Special adventure boards, temporary heroic gems, and offers will run over the next 7 days. That's kind of cool. Ancestral Revenge, experience a new world event with your guildmates. Play world event battles every day to unlock rewards. New mythic troop, the Gemini, is exclusive to Glory, Gem, Guild, and VIP chests for 1 week only. So that's the only mythic in the drop table until Friday at reset. So don't be throwing keys trying to get other mythics. We got 27 days left of the Adonian Reactor. Week of Magrim Woods. All Magrim Woods troops gain 10% to skills. Week of Wargare. All Wargare gain 10% to their skills. And bonus glory if you use the Glory Shop troop in PvP. Speaking of the Glory Shop troop, let's go check that out. You grab this. It's always good to grab, like I always say. Ancestor Brodier. 14 purple, yellow Magrim Woods Undead Wargare. Create 8 blue gems and 8 green gems, then summon 1 to 3 random Magrim Woods troops. Starts battles with 50% mana. Let's get them up to Mythic. And we're getting the purple-yellow trait stone. You get 2 of them per Ancestor Broder. So let's go check out what troops you can fully trait with purple-yellow trait stones. There's a writ offer. I need to remember that. Purple-yellow, all-color, base rarity. So you can fully trait troops such as Arachnian Weaver, which has Creeping Doom, Stealthy, and Impervious. Arcpoxy Yavendra, Doom of Arachnia. She has like a Pool of Stars. Huang Long, nothing. Infernus burns all enemies. Ishtara blesses, 50% chance. Queen Aurora has Rainbow Link. Skady has an Ice Storm. Let's see, Archdeva, Sanctuary, Barrier, and Bless on 4 or more gems. Gemini, who cares, right? Emperor Liang enchants a random ally in 4 or 5 gem matches. Divine Ishbala has a 40% start for Divine. Infernal King, 25% chance to resurrect after death. Anything else? Cindy Savage Lips. Faunessa has a Empowered. No, so Divine Ishbala, one of the most important things to think about with this stone. Sacrificial Priest. He's your best soul farming troop in the game, so that's pretty important. Sacrificial Priest, Divine Ishbala. Faunessa. Yeah, mostly those. And then if there's mythics, the most important would probably be Infernus, Arachnian Weaver, stuff like that. Alright, what event key drop table do we have this week? Magrim Woods. Let's go check it out. I don't know if up from the bottom or down from the top for M. It's like right in the middle. Grim Woods. Alright, let's go. Base rarity, let's do show all, just in case. Alright, you can get troops such as... I'm not sure about these Hatir and Scroll and Hatir Ascendant and Scroll Reborn. I'm pretty sure these two you definitely can't get. This one I'm going to check for you in a second, but Wolf Garrick, not great. Forest Guardian, 50% beast start. That's probably the most important thing in here. Judge of the Dead you can't get. It's an underworld troop. Yeah, there's not very much here, y'all. I would skip the event key drop table if I were you. Unless you just don't have Forest Guardian and you really want a 50% beast start. Let's go look at the Soulforge. I think Hatir and Scroll. If he's not permanently in here, then you can get him. So you can. My bad. The Hatirs and the Scroll Reborn, the Hatir Ascendant, that always screws me up. But yeah, you can get Hatir and Scroll, which kind of changes it a little bit. Like, the event key drop table is definitely better with Hatir and Scroll in it, which is like an A tier mythic. So, it's up to you. Do you want to get Hatir and Scroll? Converts all green gems to Lycanthropy gems, is basically green to purple, and all yellow gems to Doomskull. Summon a Winter Wolf or Warg. It's decent. It's one of those double converting troops that does skulls. So, not bad. And then Forest Guardian. Those would be the two. These two right here would be the reason you would throw event keys. Alrighty, let's go see what we got going on this week. Alright, today you have your world event and your campaign. Tuesday, what do you got? You got Hell Gate. Let's see if I have a team for that. Hell Gate is right here. And what's the colors? We have red and brown. That's pretty easy. Triple Ferocity, Rage Reaver, Tesla. I think the brown. Let's just look at it real quick. Come on, Farthead. Guard's Avatar, High King Iron Gut, Catcher's the Bull, Megavore. You know, pretty simple. And then you got triple Frosty Rage Reaver, you got Tesla. Lots of good stuff here. Vashtagon paired with High King Iron Gut, Zul'Goth. Like, yeah, you're not going to have much trouble. Do Zul'Goth if you're high level. Do for triple Frosty Rage Reaver if you're low level. If you're somewhere in between, do Tesla. If you're even lower than that but above Ferocity, and you don't have like Rage Reaver, you could do Gargoyles. Lots of options. You got to have one of those, I'm telling you. If you don't have Ferocity, if you don't have Rage Reaver, then you got Gargoyles. If you don't have Gargoyles, just go get them from the Hall of Guardians. If you don't have, if you do have those, but you want to use something better, use Tesla. You know, pretty simple. If you don't want to use Tesla, use Zul'Goth. Okay, so that is that. So Wednesday, what do we have? We have the pet Hothead, I guess. Nah, no, we don't, because that's escaping in 16 minutes. It's like I don't know. It's the McGrim Woods pet. I forget what it is. Thursday, we have Warden class event, which is okay. It's like above average. Maybe a little bit better than above average. Like, goes good with the King Gobtruffle team. Then Friday, we have Invasion with a new one of those explodey typing weapons that summons. But yeah, I think that's everything. Let's look at the campaign. They said the adventure board would be special, so we're getting some Imperial Deeds there. We're getting some keys. I'm sure it'll get more and more special as the week goes. Campaign. Deathclaw the Griffin had been laid to rest again, and the trail of diggings led north toward McGrim Woods. The Wargare were great trackers. Perhaps they could help us catch the Sparkinator. I gotta kill green enemies. I gotta do pest control and guard captain. I can show you what's after this. I mean, I know you can just go look at a spreadsheet. It's pretty easy to tell what's next and stuff, but just here on video if you haven't looked at it yet. McGrim Woods champion. So you could probably just do the world event for that, because the restriction is McGrim Woods, right? So you could do 4 world event battles to get that done. You could do 1 vault key to get this done, and then Green Slayer, you can just go to a green kingdom. If you do this. Sometimes it takes you to the right place, sometimes it doesn't. Pan's Vale, it's probably McGrim Woods. What's the green one? You want the all green, whatever all green is. I don't think it's Forest of Thorns. Yeah, it is Forest of Thorns, so you go to Forest of Thorns. But yeah, that's it for today. Let's look at the, hold on a second. Let's see what we're getting here. Not much, man. Not much. We're getting 5 HP, so the campaign's kind of ho-hum. Like I was saying, it's a ho-hummer this week. Doomed Glaive's probably the most exciting thing, and Queen Titania. Other than that, just get your stuff done. Maybe it's a good week to open vault keys or go for the Horde Mimic, and that extra kind of stuff. Unless there's an update. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.